Hello, everybody.
Well, hello there.
Welcome back to the It's Not Just You podcast.
What?
Who in the UK right now is watching Traitors?
Oh, we're straight in.
And whose every single conversation is being consumed by traitors?
Do you know what? I was really getting throwbacks. I was at work on Tuesday, or Monday even, and basically on Monday I kind of start at lunchtime at work and finish later. And I walk in and everyone's having lunch and it's just full on traitors chat.
Oh.
But I'm getting throwbacks to being in sick form and like Love Island as the equivalent of like, if you haven't watched Traitors, you just categorically can't join in with this conversation.
Yes.
And I feel quite bad when it's like, you know, there's one or two people that just aren't watching it. But it is literally deep dive analysis into...
But it's so fun to discuss.
Oh, it is.
I don't know why.
I would say...
Why it's like so fun to actually... Because obviously it's entertaining to watch, but then it's as entertaining as to discuss it, because I think when you're watching it and you pick up on all the little micro kind of things that people do, it's so funny to then unpack it, isn't it?
Yeah. But I was thinking this morning when I was getting the train to your flat, I was like, I actually don't think there are a few things that are more unifying in British culture than everyone watching the same TV program at once.
Honestly.
It just almost brings like this sense of unity and connection like no other.
Yeah. Also, I would just say I really feel like British people just love TV.
Oh yeah.
Like love a good series, love a good film, love going to the cinema, love spending their nights watching TV.
I feel like I grew up in quite like a TV household.
But do you think that's the same for countries all over the world? Like the same?
I don't know. I do think it's the whole like couch potato thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you think of a show like Gogglebox, we literally have a TV show of people watching TV and us watching them watch TV. That's how much we love watching TV.
Yeah. And I guess, I don't know, maybe it is the same in other cultures, but if you're listening to this right now and you don't live in the UK, can you DM us or comment or something and let us know, is TV watching a huge part of your culture?
But do you know what I think part of it is? It's because it's cold and dark a lot of the time. Like in the summer, I'm not watching TV.
But I just think as well as British people, when it comes to small talk, obviously it's the weather, but it is also TV. Like the amount of times in a work context,
but not
or
as
other
much
contexts,
anymore.
In my context, it still feels like we're going to end up talking about movies or what's in the cinema right now.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, the UK TV scenes. But anyways,
shout out Traitors.
Shout out
Claudia Winkleman. Isn't that such a funny
Claudia.
name? Winkleman.
Claudia, if you're listening,
We love you, girl.
We love you, girl.
Sorry, this is a complete side note. Well, not really, but did you see that episode of Traitors when she literally, you know, when they had to go and meet at the fire pit thing, and I'm not joking, she had the eyeliner all the way down, and I was like, oh, Claudia's eyeliner looks a bit more intense, and then I properly looked. She literally had it all the way up here and all the way down. Did you see that? And I was just like, fair play, mate. She's committing to, because it was like
the eyeliner look.
It was like one of the bits where it's like the traitors have to meet to like do it in
quite
person.
Intense.
And she went with that.
Would you quite like to see her without any eyeliner?
I just want to see her pull her fringe up and do that.
With no eyeliner.
I just want to see her forehead. And no eyeliner.
Anyways, this week's episode kind of links, not really, but talking of...
Doesn't link at all.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, fine. What are we chatting about, Soph? It's a bit of a different topic for us, one we've not touched on before.
Ooh, they're on edge.
What could it be?
They're thinking, oh my gosh, big fat juicy ep.
For some people, it could be.
I wouldn't say juicy.
Okay, yeah, it's not juicy.
But I think a lot of people will relate.
Come on then.
So
give it to us.
Give it to the people. It's not just you that feels overwhelmed by the world of skincare.
And if that is you right now, wherever you are, no matter what you're doing, I'd just like you to raise your hand in the air and say,
yes.
Yes, that's me.
That's me.
That's me.
3, 2, 1, hands in the air. Who's felt like that?
Yes.
I'm seeing hands going
That's
up
me.
all over the UK. US,
No matter where you are,
Germany,
guys.
Australia. There's girls right now.
Get your hands in the air if you don't know what skincare products to buy.
Put your ladders in the air.
That
Do you
is
remember that?
me.
Do you remember that song?
Kind of.
Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway, that is really niche. Anyway, yeah, I've had lots of chats with lots of different people about this. We've had lots of chats about this, but I think what tipped us over the edge and made us think, yes, we need to film an episode on this, was our friend Becca sent us a voice note. And I think we'd actually been having a conversation about skincare that very day. And so this was just like the cherry on the cake. But she'd sent us a voice note saying that she'd been in a back and forth kind of text exchange with her friend going, what skincare are you using right now? I'm using this, but don't even really know if it works, but I'm just trying it. Okay, maybe I should buy that. Yeah, I don't know though. Like all those conversations that I feel like I've had loads of, I feel like you've had loads of just no one really knows what they're doing.
I would just like to say, I do not know what skincare product to use, and I never have. I was an E45 girl for a very long time, then started to realise,
if you've
I
got
feel
eczema,
like people
you
can
know.
relate to that. I didn't even have eczema. It's just
I did.
the cream that was there growing up. Then I started to realise, oh, maybe E45 is a bit strong because, like you say, it actually is like an ointment / treatment for eczema.
That's such a good word.
Yeah, probably wrong word.
It's like Winkleman.
And then from that point on, guys,
You've been in the dark.
I literally, I really feel like I'm on that end of the spectrum of I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
Soph's done a little bit more research. I would say you're more well versed, would know more products / what's in them. I am, all I'm saying is this episode is in no way going to be this is what skincare products you should get or what we've done. It's far
absolutely
from that.
not. And I think what doesn't help is, there's people like us, just humble 25-year-olds that are trying to look after themselves. You go onto Instagram, you go onto TikTok thinking, okay, for me, this would normally be around Christmas. Got a bit of Christmas money. I'm thinking, let's indulge in the skincare to just, start the year off on a good foot. Instagram, what skincare should I use? Or there's like influencers that do a lot of stuff around skincare and stuff. Instant overwhelm. You go on their profile. I can't even describe the feeling of just like looking at 20 plus videos and they're all just saying something different.
And they're all about one type of product. Because we're not even just talking about moisturizer here. I don't even know the full list of the products that you can put on your face. But like, for example, serum, moisturizer, what else?
Well, it's just all the different
toner,
all the different acids,
cleanser.
all the different. And so it's one person saying you don't need all this stuff, just stick to like 3 steps, like cleanser, toner, moisturizer. Then another person saying, yeah, but you should be doing like retinol as well because Then another person saying like, oh yeah, just burn all that off and just wash your face with water. Like I just think, and then not even just the actual elements of the routine, but then within that, okay, so do I need like the salicylic acid one? Do I need the glycosilic? Like, I'm like, flipping heck, am I doing GCSE science again? Why am I like suddenly knowing about the scientific acid formulations of product? Do you know what I mean? And like, I think for me, I can be quite like thorough with these things and I'll literally be like, I want to know what I should use and get to the bottom of it. And I just feel like I can't. So then I just feel frustrated. And then I just go, oh, I'm just going to sack it all off and not do anything.
But what's so wild is people give such different recommendations, have such different opinions, and above it all, have such different skin types.
Yeah.
So you might be, watching this influencer who recommends a skin product and you are like, great, go use that. And it reacts completely different on your skin to them.
Yeah. And it's so hard, isn't it? Because you can't help. For me, if I would see a video of someone going, look at my skin, literally like zooming right in, and it's like no pores, absolutely perfect. Well, I just did this. Of course you're thinking, oh, great. Well, I'll just do that then. But then you're thinking, well, no, because you might just not even have any spots anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're like, you can't even just go, it's not, I think even with something like exercise, there's a little bit more of like, well, if you do this, then this is going to happen. Whereas with the skin care world, it's just like so different for everyone that you just don't know.
One dream that I've always had is that for some reason there's just this, I don't know, technology or like this ability for your body to explain every single spot that comes up on your face. Because I think that, like you say, is the wildest thing about skin. Obviously, I'm sure there are dermatologists out there that would have way better understanding than we do of why certain spots appear when and where and what they're caused by. But like you say, exercise, generally, an average human can understand, you know, how exercise burning fat generally works at like a very like surface level. But with skin, I have absolutely no idea why I would get a spot. Like you could guess, oh, I'm coming on my period, or oh, I have eaten like crap the whole week. Oh, it's probably that. You still don't know, because then you have a week where you're not on your period and you've eaten really well and you get 5. So what's that about?
But I've literally seen videos where it's like, if you have spots here, it's because you need to change your pillowcase. If you have spots here, it's because it's hormonal acne. And then they'll go like through each thing, like, so if you got this, you need to buy this. And you're like, but that's just not true. Like in terms of like, you can't tell me that that's why I've got a spot, because you don't know. If you've got spots here,
no, because I'm honestly,
because
I'm deeping spots
you're
so
dehydrated.
much right now in my head. Like, what even is a spot? Like, what is a
it's
spot?
basically, I think when like a pore
yeah.
has like over. Oh, I
what was I gonna say? It's like overfull of dirt. I think it is. It must be
No, it's
something
not just
like
about
that.
dirt. I think it's about like overproducing oil and things like that.
Okay.
Let's go with that. The way I started that, I was like, yeah, so basically what it is, yeah. And I was like, I actually don't have a clue. I do have a bit of an idea.
Also, can I just say, why do you get spots on other parts of your body?
What, like your bum and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or your back. Like, I have
pores filled with like oil.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Or like dirt or like
But why there?
hormones.
Do you know what I mean? Anyways. Or
Why
like,
aren't
you
you-
know when you just sometimes get the most rogue spot on like your leg
Oh my
or your
gosh.
arm.
Sometimes-
it's like, well, I've got a spot on my leg.
Sometimes I'll look that down and I'll have like the juiciest spot on my leg filled
no,
with...
stop. No. Too far.
They're the best
Too
ones.
far.
They are the best ones to pop.
No,
though, 'cause-
stop.
Okay.
Right, we're going on such a tangent.
Anyways.
Rein it in.
What I did want to talk about, and we've kind of touched on it, is just the choice paralysis when it comes to skincare. So, okay, there's many layers to this. So first off, you've got the choice paralysis of which influencer or person on the internet or person in my life do I choose to take advice from? So you've already chosen like, well, which person's routine do I follow? Which person's tips do I take on?
Yeah.
So you're already like, okay, there's like 10 different people telling me 10 different things. Which one do I actually go for? Then you've got then the whole like choice paralysis of the products that they're recommending. It's like, well, do I buy the full 10-step skincare thing that you're telling me to do? Do I just buy the 3 things that you're saying are essential? Like, even within it, you're like, okay, I can't drop a grand on skincare, so I need to choose what I'm gonna do. Like, I can't have the eye cream, the lip cream, the ear cream, the nose cream, that. So you're already then thinking, okay, I've got to narrow this down somehow. And then even when you do, there's 50 products of the same thing.
I know. And even one influencer in their routine could use, like, let's say, for example, 3 toners. Well, which one do I buy? Okay, right, I might have made that up. Or like 3. Do you know? No, but like I've watched people who have
like, here are 5
maybe
different
like 3
retinols that you could use.
moisturizers then, like, or like they're doing like a quenching, like a really hydrating nighttime routine. Like I'm not being funny. Like Hailey Bieber, for example, like obviously she owns Rhode. She's putting 4 of the like, okay, they're probably not, but they look the exact same thing on her skin. And then it's like, well, which one do I buy out of that?
Yeah, because I can't buy them all.
Yeah. And what I will say is, like, even as you were saying that, money is a huge factor in this as well. The people that we're watching and consuming have a lot of money in a lot of circumstances. So therefore, it's not that like high stakes to just splash out on a moisturizer and try it.
That's 50 quid.
Like, honestly, guys, recently, I don't even know how I came across it. Must have, like you say, been seeing this toner on a few different recommended like YouTube videos. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. What was it? The REM one. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Me and Soph, didn't I buy it with you?
Yeah,
or like we went and looked. So literally, I'm like, do you know what? Do you kind of like 25? Want to start investing a little bit more in the skin? Gonna buy a toner. Never used a toner. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what a toner does, but
she was told to buy it, so she bought it.
I bought it, and let me tell you, that was the worst decision I'd ever made. I literally put it on my face. Yeah, maybe used it like 2 days in a row. Completely broke out. Now, could it have been another factor that wasn't the toner? Maybe. I don't know, because I don't know why I get spots when I do. But it was so annoying because I now associate that breakout with that toner. I'm not using it again because I'm like, I can't really find a period of time where I'm thinking like, yeah, no, do you know what? I wouldn't mind having a massive breakout, because I've been like, oh, I could try it again. But then I think, oh, but I've got that thing on the weekend, or, oh, I don't really want to voluntarily give myself like 8 spots. So then I've not used it again. And maybe that's wrong. Like maybe I should just use it and just see if it is definitely that thing that was reacting badly with my skin. But it's like, I've just wasted, I don't even know how much it was. It was a small bottle, but it was fairly expensive. So now I'm like, what? Like, I know you can get testers of products, and I don't know if you can buy like a tester of like that toner, and maybe that's the way to go, but it's just so long though, frustrating.
It's just long. I don't have time to be doing scientific experiments on my face. Do you know what I mean? Oh, let me just see the control variables in this. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like control variables. Right, let me take the same moisturizer, the same toner, and use a different cleanser and see which one is the little culprit in here.
I'm actually crying. I don't know why I'm finding this so
I'm
funny.
just envisioning you in like a lab coat, like
patch testing, like I've got 3 on the go. I don't know why I'm finding this so funny.
I think it's because it's just so ridiculous. Like, can I just say, another point that's come to my mind is like, when our parents were growing up, like, this is making me want to ring my mum and be like, A, what products did you use? And B, how were you informed on skincare? Because everything that we're saying is a result of social media.
So true.
So before social media, I doubt there was nearly any as much chat, pressure, like emphasis placed on skin. Your skin is just your skin. Like,
yeah.
My mum has one moisturizer. She always has. That's it. Like,
but I think this is what annoys me. It's like, even something simple like a moisturizer, where it's like, yeah, I probably should moisturize my skin. That's just like quite a basic known fact.
Yeah.
You go into Boots and there's 50 moisturizers for your face, and you're just like, oh my days, I can't be bothered. I actually can't be bothered. You're just looking at it all just like, oh, can someone just tell me which one to buy? And I'll buy that one.
But I do you know what I mean though with social media in terms of like, it's massively made this into a way bigger deal than it actually is. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong to invest in your skin, particularly if you've got your routine nailed, you've done your patch testing, great. But if you haven't, I just think sometimes you need to just keep it in perspective of like, it's good to invest in your skin, but ultimately, as you grow older, you will get wrinkles, your skin will...
Or like you have times where you have spots, you have times where you have dry skin. It's like, that is just life.
No skincare routine is going to eradicate that.
Yeah. But I think also, I wrote down on my phone in the notes for this episode, is just, you also cannot deny and ignore the fact that most of these influencers a lot of the time are literally being paid to promote these products.
Yes.
And so where you can go on, I keep getting these adverts at the moment on Instagram for this soap bar that apparently like brightens your skin and everything. And it's like, oh, look at the reviews, they're amazing. And it's like, you can just pay as many people as you want to write a review that says, this totally changed my skin forever. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to stop buying this. Cool. Like,
yeah.
I just think that actually you know, you can get so, I think especially with influencers where there is a almost feeling of like, I know this person and I trust them. And so they would tell me what to do and they would tell me, you know, they wouldn't mug me off. But it's like, yeah, but firstly, like we said, that works for them. It's not necessarily going to work for you. And like I said, they're probably being paid to promote this product.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to lie. If an influencer is doing an ad, I
just ignore it.
I just don't trust it at all. Like, unless they do this speech, and I've seen them use the product before, and they say in a YouTube video, you know, guys, I know this is an ad, but I've used this product for 10 plus years and I genuinely trust them, then I'll listen. But if it's literally like, and moving on to now CeraVe. Now CeraVe is sponsoring this video, so da-da-da, and then start using it, I'm like,
yeah,
I have no trust.
Bog off, mate.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But I think also, I just don't like the feeling of sometimes when I'm on Instagram, or I guess, like I said, when I'm maybe in a time where I am looking for a new product or you know, I'm thinking, I've got a bit of spare money, I'd like to spend it on a skincare product, for example. I hate the feeling of like opening Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and you just feel like this urge of like, I have to have more stuff. Or maybe I'm not even actively looking to buy something new, but just because all these influencers are like, you need to do this, now you need to do this. Oh, you thought you were done? Yeah, you need to do this as well. It just creates this feeling of I'm never doing enough. And even when I feel like, oh, actually, I've got a few products that I do like and they seem to be working okay, it's like, well, girlies, we need to be adding this into our routine as well now. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I thought I'd just finished. I thought we'd done it. Like, and I just think that is such a bad like mindset to be in, of like, I'm just never doing enough. I've never got enough stuff and there's always more I should have and I want.
Yeah, it's like that struggle to be content. Like, you can literally have everything that you need, then you open up Instagram, you see something that you don't have that you'd really like the look of, and immediately you're discontent. Oh, I need that thing. I need it. And it's just the general mindset of consumerism, isn't it? Where it's like, you're always lacking and you always need more, when actually you're not lacking and you don't need more.
And I mean, that's way beyond just skincare, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like clothes, lifestyle, it's everything, isn't it? You can just I know I can find myself in that mindset when I spend a long time on social media just looking at people like, oh yeah, could do with a new coat, could do with going on a holiday like that, could do with, you know,
come to think of it,
fill in the blank. Just looking at other people's lives and that comparison that can creep in is definitely, dangerous, I would say.
100%.
In terms of just our contentment and actually being grateful for the stuff we do have in our lives.
And skincare particularly, like we were saying, is, I think, more stressful because, like you say, with clothes, at the end of the day, they're clothes, and skin feels almost more high stakes or more pressured because it kind of then relates to a health thing, or like a caring for your body thing, and almost this reality of like, you only have one skin, you know, through your whole life. So arguably, yeah, you should put more time and energy into it. And like, that probably is true. But I think with that then just comes the stress of not knowing what to do or where to go or how to look after it, knowing that you need to.
This is like a bit of a side note, but the other day I was in Holland and Barrett, shout out, and I was topping up my vitamins just because I'm that kind of girl now.
Shout out.
But you literally stood in front of this wall. All I want is a flipping iron pill. Iron 14 milligrams, 15 milligrams, 20 milligrams, iron with vitamin C, iron with vitamins plus minerals, I'm like, what?
I honestly,
do you know what I mean?
I have
like,
no word.
Well,
I literally don't know where to start.
My brain just goes to, well, surely I just want the highest one. Because like, if it's good for me, then I should take the most I can. But then I'm like, but do I?
Is that like based on body mass? Like, is that for men? Do you know what I mean?
Is that from like my body mass index?
No. Honestly.
But you know, you're just like, well, why wouldn't I just get the highest one? But it almost feels like a trick question. Like, but maybe it'll make me ill if I take two. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
With that kind of thing, I just tried to go to a trusted source in terms of like someone who's studied it, like yourself.
Well, I haven't. Well, I don't know. I'm standing in Holland and Barrett without a clue, mate, scratching my head.
No, but I would either go to Google or
Google?
yeah, like what should
Yeah, but I don't think that's trust. As in, Google's the same as Instagram.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Go to your
I
doctors.
just
That's
pray.
who you should go to. Yeah. Ask the Holy Spirit to tell you. I just think maybe like, I don't know, go to your doctors. I kind of just wanted some prescribed iron pills because then firstly they're free and then, actually no, they're not free, are they? You've got to pay for your prescriptions.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to be said, we're going to bring this ship into land by
it's been a long one.
talking about just one more point that I want to make around when we, like I said, are feeling all those feelings of I'm not doing enough, I don't have enough, I could be doing more. I just think that all this stuff around skincare, I think sometimes when you delve into the world of it and you're trying to do all this research and you're trying to really pay attention to it, obviously, like you said, that's good and it's good to look after ourselves 100%. But I just think sometimes when you really hyperfixate on basically the things that are wrong, quote unquote, wrong with you or not good enough, it becomes all consuming and suddenly you're all consumed with skincare. And sometimes I just think, I think there's more to care about in life than whether I have a spot on my head or not.
Yeah.
Head? Spot
face.
on my head. Spot on my face. But, and so, yeah, I just think that actually, for me, I know that the times where actually I've kind of just not cared and I've just worked with what I have. And if I have a spot, I have a spot.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect my day. I'm not going to like change my plans. And I know like the reality is for some people, they have severe acne that means that they do not want to go out of the house or it does make them change their plans. And I totally don't want to just brush past that. But speaking for me, it's like actually the less I think about it, the less it matters to me.
Yeah.
And the more I can just kind of get on with my life and just think, yeah, I got a spot, but I've got great friends. I had a fun time at the weekend doing that.
Yeah.
Was I really thinking about the spot on my head? Why do I keep saying that? The spot on my head, the spot on my face. No.
Yeah.
Did my friends treat me any differently? No. Do I still have loads of great stuff going on in my life? Yes.
Am I lacking? No.
It's like,
do I need another skincare product? Probably not.
You're never going to have a perfect skincare routine, hair care routine, nail routine, exercise routine, diet. So let's just get over it.
Let's get over it, guys, together. I hope you enjoyed this episode, found it relatable, really. Like,
I think this is the most I've ever laughed in an episode.
Yeah, like there wasn't, like we said at the start, a solution to any kind of skincare problems or questions. It was more of it's not just you who finds the whole process difficult. So be encouraged that you're not alone, and we will see you in our next episode.
Keep going, warriors.
Bye.
Skincare warriors. Bye.